Joining me live now is former White House Chief of Staff Mick Mulvaney. Mick, great to see you. So he refused to apologise. I think he even doubled down on Truth Social. What's been the reaction?
Negative across the board. There have been some Republicans that are sort of defending his denial, but for the most part, it's been negative across the board. Tim Scott, an African American, the only African American Republican member of the Senate, called it the most racist thing he had seen out of the White House, insisting they take it down, et cetera. There are other Republicans who are generally aligned with the president. You have to understand, Laura, there are Republicans in this country who will attack Trump for everything he does. So if they attack him, it has a little bit of value, but not much. But there have been scores of Republicans who are typically supportive of the president who can't get out of the way fast enough on this one. This is pretty heinous. There was actually a couple of centrist-leaning media outlets that refused to show the pictures and that they were so offensive, depicting the Obamas as apes and so forth. So yeah, it's been pretty bad. It was a Friday afternoon. It was it's a weekend, so it's a Super Bowl weekend here, so it seems to be petering out. But it was a bloodbath there for a couple days.
Yeah, it seems so, and no explanation, no apology from Donald Trump. There's been a few questions about whether he actually posted it, but he is known to be very much in control of his Truth Social account, let's say.
This was posted at 11:44 at night. There are other staffers who have access to the president's Twitter account, to his social media. During the first Trump administration, when I ran the White House, there was one other staffer. Now I understand there are two who officially have access to his Twitter feed. Whether or not they would be tweeting at 11:44 at night, it's something the White House said yes, they did, but they won't tell us who the staffer is, and no one has been fired yet. So yeah, the White House handled this very, very poorly. Keep in mind that the first reaction from the White House was, there's nothing to see here. The first reaction was not, oh my goodness, the president did not put this on social media. The first reaction was, it's not that big a deal. So yeah, they've had some damage control to do over the weekend. Again, we'll move on to other things relatively quickly, but I can tell you, Laura, as someone who's run for Congress 4 times, every single Republican member of the House and the Senate running for re-election this year is going to see that video again and again and again as they head into the midterms.
Of course, we've been talking about the Super Bowl. What kind of reception is Trump expected to get at the Super Bowl? I assume he's going.
Actually, the last I read is that he's not.
Wow, that's unusual, isn't
it? A little bit. Keep in mind, it is in California, and there's a long way. So it's Perth to Sydney is not close. Neither is New York to or Washington to
Air Force
to
One.
San Francisco.
Not too bad though, Mick, I would say.
Listen, it is in California. It is Gavin Newsom, the Democrat governor's backyard. Yeah. It is a fairly liberal place. You hear the chatters and the rumors that maybe he's not going because he doesn't want to get booed, et cetera. But he is not going. And I think that's probably going to make a little bit of news. But believe me, and with everything else happening in the world, that's probably the 10th or 12th story.
I agree with that.
Going.
Well, I mean, it's just want to introduce our audience to Bad Bunny, of course. Bad Bunny is a very talented artist, and him and Trump don't get along, do they?
Don't know. Never heard of the guy. I'm looking forward to the halftime show tonight. Count me amongst the Caucasian males over the age of 50 who have no clue who this guy is. I understand the NFL is trying to reach a different, younger audience. I'm aging out. I get it. I'm going to watch the show to see what's happening. The Turning Point USA, the conservative leading organization, is offering an alternative halftime show.
Oh, what's that?
To those who want a little bit of politics in their halftime show. But I will be tuning in to see what the Bad Bunny thing is all about, which I guess is what the NFL wanted in the first place.
Yeah, totally. The Epstein files still reverberating through the US right now?
Yeah, believe it or not, that's still going on. But fascinating little development on that, Lauren. I don't know if it's made news down there yet. The House of Representatives voted to subpoena the Clinton family, both Bill and Hillary, to show up to testify. Many Democrats voted for that subpoena, which I think caught a lot of people off guard. And the Clintons have responded by saying, OK, we'll show up, but it has to be public.
Yes.
We will testify, but the cameras have to be on. And it has caught the Republicans on the Oversight Committee a little bit flat-footed because I think they wanted to do it in private. So Bill Clinton is a master, probably the best I've ever seen at politics, certainly the best Democrat. And he has turned the tables on this now. It'd be fascinating to see how this plays out because he wants to talk. And now I'm not sure the Republicans want it to be public.
Well, interesting that too, because the Clintons have been tweeting up a storm saying that they have been cooperative behind the scenes, but no one ever published that. So, yep, they're happy to turn up, give their testimony, but it has to be public with all the cameras in the room. Do you think we'll see that? What a spectacle.
Yeah, I think you probably, at this point, I don't know how you don't. That the Republicans have made a big deal out of the Clintons testifying. Again, several Democrats voted with them. So this is a bipartisan sort of effort. There's a lot of Democrats who are looking at the Clintons as sort of the past generation. Certainly the liberal progressive wing of the Democrat Party owes nothing to the Clintons. So they've sort of piled on here as well. So I think there will be I don't know how they get away from it at this point. I think it was a tremendous chess move by the Clintons to sort of call the bluff. So you've got that going on. Thomas Massie, a Republican member of Congress, is apparently going down to the FBI this week to read the unredacted files. That should be interesting. I guess the short version here, Laura, if I haven't already violated that, is that the Epstein files are not going away anytime soon.
No, they're not. You'd never violate that. Don't worry. We'll see you soon, Mick.
Thanks, Laura.